Hi, I gave you an introduction previously to numerology. Well, I'm going to talk about different aspects of it. Numerology is based on the numbers of the alphabet. We have 26 letters in our alphabet. So you would assume that the numbers would be 1 through 26, right? Well, yes, in a way, 1 through 26. But what happens is you get up to the letter I, and that goes up to 9. Then you get to 10, and in numerology, we add the anything over one number, 1 to 0, which equals a 1. 0 has no numerical value per se. But you get to 11, and 11 is a double digit. So you don't go down. It doesn't become automatic 2. It stays in 11. And an 11 is a master number. There are two other numbers that we use, 11, 22, and 33. And you go, well, what happened with 33? Because there's only 26 letters. Well, that's a little different, okay? The 11 and the 22 stay the same. They're lower master numbers. A 33 you can get when you're adding up other things, like when you're adding up things in your name or whatever. And when you get a 33, the double digit, that is a master number. You're not going to get like a 44, we don't do that. It just goes up to 33. And it has to do with a lot of ancient stuff with what things are kind of magical numbers or whatever. Threes are magical numbers, double digits and stuff. We don't go beyond 33 for that. It's 11, 22, and 33 are our numbers of power, our spiritual numbers. So those never get added up and gone down to a 2 or a 4 or a 6. Okay? They always stay the same. So they respond to the letters of the alphabet. So here we have, you're going to see it backwards probably, but the ones are A, J, and S. Twos are B and T. 3 value is afforded to C, L, and U. 4 is D and M. 5 is E, N, and W. 6 is F, O, and X. 7 is G, P, and Y. 8 is H, Q, and Z. 9 is I and R. 11 corresponds to a K. And the 22 responds to a V. And then again, we go back and we are counting. We go 1 through 26, and then the 26 becomes an 8, 24 becomes a 6, 25 becomes a 7, 13 becomes a 4, that kind of stuff. Now, what you're doing, the short definitions of these numbers, is that a 1 corresponds to the individual. So I have a little chart. I like working with charts and tables because it really has a handy reference tool. The 2 is cooperation, diplomacy, and sometimes 2 is also used for service. 3, expression, words, creativity, things like that. 4 usually deals with work, discipline. A lot of times if you get a lot of 4s, it's either you're going to be doing a lot of work or you're going to really need the discipline in your life. 5, freedom, variety, change. That's what the number 5 usually means. Now 6, it has to do with home life, your community, responsibility, service to those areas in your life. A 7 is an analytical number. It's a number of your inner self in a way, inner wisdom, where you go within and you try and figure stuff out. And, people who are 7s are usually very analytical and they tend to think a lot and like to study things and, give you an easy time of it. 8 has material numbers to it: success, efficiency, dealing with your employment, your job, work, all that kind of stuff. Now, 9 is for human understanding, compassion, consideration, that compassionate love that we say everybody needs to have for one another. It's also finishing up something. 9 can be finishing something up. Now, an 11 is like a revelation. Remember, this is a lower master number, and so it's for inspiration. And when you're given 11s in your chart, that means you're given the ability to learn to be more of a spiritual person, and that the opportunities are going to rise up in your life to help you with that. Now, 22s in your chart usually mean it's a master builder kind of thing, where you literally you're given a lot of opportunities in your life, shall we say, a lot of challenges to overcome many things and to grow and develop spiritually. Now, 33, if you have a fair bit of those in there, which most people don't, that means you're usually spiritually conscious, you're an aware person, you're maybe got some strength and power to you that some other people may not have. You're probably psychic to some degree. It can also mean that you have a lot of issues because maybe you're fighting that, and it's like something that you really, really need to work on. So usually those 3 numbers in your chart indicate a spiritual growth or the opportunity for spiritual growth. So we're done with the numbers in the alphabet. And next up, we're going to be doing some other charts and tables.